Hey y'all, this is BG Codes and I am bradgarropy. My site has gone through a lot of iterations, and one area that has seen a lot of change is the redirects portion of my website. It seems like there's a lot of ways to do them. And so I just want to take this video and walk through each of the different methodologies I've tried and the pros and cons of each one. So as you can see, I'm typically using Vercel for hosting my remix projects. And one of the first and easiest ways to do redirects is just use your hosting platform's configuration file. Most hosting platforms like Vercel and Cloudflare offer a way to do redirects. In this case, Vercel has this JSON file called vercel.json, where you list out all your redirects in an array with a source, a destination, and a permanent to indicate what the HTTP response code should be on the redirect. Now, this works great. It's nice and easy. But typically, you only see these working after you deploy. You don't really see them working locally in development. Also, this kind of ties you to one specific host. If you ever choose to move from Vercel to Cloudflare or host to host, this redirects file won't work on a different host. So the next evolution of my redirects was to use a splat route. So in Remix, the $sign indicates like a catch-all route. And so I thought, okay, if none of my existing routes match, I can go into this catch-all route, do like a switch case and say, okay, hey, look, if the path name was YouTube or whatever I want to redirect to, throw that redirect. So I'm using Remix, the application, to handle these redirects. But I can define them myself and I'm not relying upon the hosting platform. This is also cool because you could just throw these redirects in a separate file or an object like this, and it feels almost like configuring your host to do redirects. Now, this is a great method to do this, but I got some feedback from Brooks Lybrand on the Remix team, and he said, hey, at this point, you're just kind of reinventing the wheel of parsing the URL and then doing something. So why don't you just leverage Remix's router to do that for you? So at the end of the day, my final solution for redirects was, hey, just define a route with the path name that you want to redirect, put a loader in there, and then redirect to wherever you want. And this is actually really helpful when I think about it, because now your routes folder accurately represents all the endpoints in your website and their behavior. Whereas with the splat route or the redirects file, they're hidden in some configuration and it's hard to see all the endpoints in your website at a glance. So let's just go through and do a live demo and show you that all of these work. So here's the vercel.json file. We've redirected X and Twitter over to my Twitter page. So we'll go here to my deployed app and let's just try /X. And X will redirect me over to Twitter. Now we'll try the splat route methodology. In the splat route, I've got my YouTube channel redirected. And so I'll just use the /YouTube endpoint, and that should automatically redirect over to my YouTube channel. Perfect. And finally, for my final solution and the, I think, simplest solution, in the podcast endpoint defined in the routes folder, we're redirecting over to compressed FM. So we'll try this /podcast. Takes a second to load. There we go. So if you're doing redirects in Remix, I strongly suggest taking Brooks's advice and my advice and just defining a route, using a loader, and redirecting to wherever you want to go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.